Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video on the heroes and spell recommendations. So I'm just going to start from the top to the bottom. So Raoul, there's a few spells that really can help. So I always mention when you're leveling up spells, I focus on the spells that I use in the spider event for each hero. So for Raoul, I use this one, and level 3 is not hard to get to, but it's definitely the Evo 1 there increases your movement speed, which is huge for the spider event. Another one that's worthy to mention here is the Evo 1 on the Fire Blast increases the area by a lot. So, I mean, in my opinion, this spell's not even really worth it until you have at least a level 5 Raoul. But that's the other spell I use for the event, the spider event. And that's pretty much it for Raoul. Alright, so Valen's kind of unique in that you're gonna, for the spider event, you're going to use the Phalanx spell because it pushes them out, and at hero level 3 it actually pushes them almost to the halfway mark, which is awesome, and it stuns them. So this is a great spell to have. And then this is going to be the other spell you'll use normally for the spider event with Valen. And actually, level 8 gives them additional movement speed when you put the shields on the lane, so that's really helpful. So looking forward to get that one. So why I said Valen's kind of unique is because when your Valen is hero level 9, you can get Evo 2 on him. So basically what it does is it protects all the minions also in your lanes, and it's for like a super long time. If you look at the duration, it's like 11 seconds, 12 seconds. So when you're Evo, or when you're Valen level 9, you're actually going to use the bottom two spells. You'll use the Holy Shield and the Divine Protection instead of the Phalanx because of that time, and it basically makes you so you won't die. So it's awesome. Looking forward to getting that one eventually. Also, pretty cool things you can do in the battle arena with it. Alright, so Terrin, you'll see that in the battle arenas, like, this is one of the most played minions, and the reason for that being is because of this spell right here. So Raw's power, once you can get to level 6, is why I mean, in my opinion, you should focus on getting him to a 6, just because of how much he's used, right? So you'll see everyone uses them in Capture the Flag, because what the spell does once you get to level 6 is when you use it, it will reduce the cooldown of your other spell by 10 seconds, which is huge. And additionally, it also, reduces the mana requirement by 2 for a minion that you'll throw out, right? So huge spell, probably one of the most overpowered in the game, and definitely also one we use for the spider event. The other one here is a good mention. So at level 2, which is super early on, this will heal and increase the speed, which is good for the spider event. This is the other spell you use for the spider event, so this is the one I recommend leveling up as well. And then just some other mentions. So this spell really isn't useful until you get the Evo, which is luckily happens early on. But it adds 2 additional, so you get 5 targets instead of 3. And then this one, I'm actually really looking forward to getting this to 8, because once you get to hero level 8, you'll unlock Evo 2, which then will also kill a random, like it will vortex them, stun them, and also kill one minion. So you'll see early on in seasons when all the Ascendance Rush decks aren't happening yet, this spell can be used, or this spell's very well used to kind of push early on because there's not all the spam decks. So okay, Nola. Alright, so Nola has the worst spells for spider events. She's definitely the most difficult when it comes to the spider event. But so the spells that I use, and the worthy mentions this one right here. So getting this to level 5 is definitely strongly recommended because it adds the stun, and the stun, especially in the battle arena, can really change the gameplay and help you win sometimes when when you wouldn't have normally in the past. So the other spell, unfortunately, that I usually use is this one, only because it does additional damage to the portal or the spider. Not a very good spell, not a whole lot of damage, but um, you have to have it a level 3 to even damage the portal. So if you don't have a level 3, then don't use the spell, but I don't really see a better option for the spider event. So just to mention though, so this one right here is handy for a lot of things. Like so, Colossus. Once you get even level 7, it will affect whole lane, which is nice. And then I haven't got here yet, and I also don't see this played too much in the arenas. But level 9, I think sounds like it has a lot of value. It's 150% damage to enemies that are frozen, and they're frozen for like 10 seconds. So I've like an ascended fire imp seems like it would wreck. But I'm surprised I don't have it yet, and I don't see it too much played in the higher level arenas, oddly enough. Okay, and then here's the end all be all. So Elena's kind of unique, in that. So for solo, a lot of people use statue, because how early the cooldown is. You can get it out there really quick, and it helps you get your minions down the lane quicker in the spider event. And also because it has a lot of health. And then this is the spell, of course, the giant growth. This is a spell you're going to use definitely on both solo and group, because it will make everybody in the lane. Usually you focus on one lane also, so it just makes everybody way more powerful. Also, this is why with Alay'na, you're usually going to want to throw a commander in your deck, because you want to get everything in one lane so that you can throw grow on it and make everything beast. So this is definitely a spell you're going to use, so definitely upgrade it. And then this is the end all be all. You'll see this, and I'm sure if you played against someone with Evo level 2, which is once you get it to 9, basically what it does is it splits the copies in two. You get 2 copies instead of 1, so each lane will have whatever menu you select, which with Vengeance Construct, or Vengeance Construct, it's definitely overpowered, because he'll heal himself, and you'll have 3 of them. So it's really hard to beat, really strong strategy, but it is very hard to get to. In this spider event, what you'll see me spend quite a bit of gems trying to get closer to the level 9. Also, in my opinion, until you're a 7, I would just continue to use the statue, because at 7, the second copy will still have half health, but only if health's reduced. They'll still have full damage. So yeah. So in the group event, I usually use this spell in giant growth, and in the solo spider, I use the statue and the growth. Okay, well, so that was just kind of my recommendations on spells. So I hope this was helpful, and have a great day, guys.